So hey there, boys and girls, Q here. How's everybody doing? Hey, today I want to talk a little bit about some of the aerodynamic work I've done on my BMW R18. One of the biggest problems with the BMW R18 Classic is that I had a lot of air coming up and actually lifting my helmet, and so it wasn't just buffeting on the top of the helmet, it was actually the whole helmet, bobbing up and down, extremely uncomfortable. And I did a lot of work to try to solve this problem. So if you see here, I've done a couple of things. Number one, you see this very short windshield. You also see these air deflectors here. Now, the previous owner, I bought this bike used with low miles. He had air deflectors way down here on the forks, and they did something, but they didn't do enough to really solve this problem of my helmet being pushed up and down and bouncing on my head. And what I discovered after a lot of trial and error was that to have these air deflectors high like this really does solve that problem. And I've done a lot of work with windshields on this bike, trying to solve the problem of either having no air or clean air going over my helmet. So this is a windshield I made by cutting down an aftermarket windshield. I think this is this is a clear view shield that I bought that was much taller, and I cut it down and put this on it. And so it's basically the same as this shorty windshield. This is a J Duroc I cut down to basically not be much larger than the supports that hold it. This assembly here, which by the way, this just pops right off. If you unscrew the supports on the back and then just flip these up, the windshield will come right off. And I've tried this bike with no windshield, and because of the way you sit on the bike, you just take such an air blast in your chest. It's very uncomfortable unless you're going under 50 miles an hour. So sitting on the bike in this position, your chest and your whole body just takes a beating from the wind if you don't have something to at least take the wind off the wind blast off of your chest and lower torso. So having no windshield at all, I just find is just too uncomfortable. The speed limits on our back roads are 55 miles an hour. So I have to go 60 to not get run over by traffic. And at 60 miles an hour with this assembly removed and no windshield at all, it's a workout. So if that's what you're looking for, you can get a workout. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a comfortable, pleasant ride. So this setup with this very small windshield here, just cut down to sort of a bare minimum, it works very well. I still haven't decided which one of these I like best. This wider one is just that. It's wider and it kind of doubles up the effect here. But I actually think I get more turbulence with this one rather than with absolutely the bare minimum. I haven't really figured out which one I prefer yet. So I've also had good luck with the stock windshield. This is the OEM windshield that came with the bike. Now, with the OEM windshield and these deflectors low or not on, that's where I had the worst results. That's where I had the terrible bobbing up and down of my helmet. But with these high deflectors on the forks and this additional air deflector on top to sort of throw the wind up, this works very well, and this is what I'll take for any kind of long distance riding, any kind of touring. This is a pretty good solution. I also tried this solution, which was another windshield I bought, and I cut it down narrow. This windshield was much wider and taller, and I made it narrow with the idea of letting the wind go through here to kind of cut the turbulence up into my helmet. This worked pretty well, but actually at this point I've decided that for summer riding, This little windshield right here, cut almost down to the size of the support behind it, is really good for the summer. I need a good helmet. I need a full face or a full face shield helmet because I do get a lot of wind in my face, but it's clean air and it's very comfortable for the summer. Once we get back to the winter, I'll go back to the OEM windshield, leave these deflectors where they are, add the top deflector, and again, this is much calmer but much better wind protection. It's good for the cold. It's good for a comfortable ride. So that's pretty much the story, guys. It's been a lot of experimentation, a lot of trial and error, but this combination, high deflectors here, and you can buy these things. If you look on Amazon and you look for wind deflectors for a Honda CTX, you will find these air deflectors. They're very inexpensive. You can get them in clear or the dark smoke. I think the dark looks really good with the BMW R18 Classic. This cut down windshield, as I say, for summer. The OEM with the air deflector on top for winter or for long distance travel. And I've really made this a comfortable bike. I finally got it to fit me. This BMW R18, as far as I could tell, is designed for a big person, like somebody 6'6". I'm 5'8", 5'9", 30-inch inseam on my pants, 170 pounds. And the reach to the bars was really too much, and the bike just didn't fit me. But between putting a little padding on the seat, I raised the seat height up a little bit. I put a backrest on the seat to sort of push me a little bit forward. I put the bars higher and further away, which is counterintuitive, but they really fit me well now. And once this bike fit me, and I solved the buffeting problems and the bobbing head problems, this bike is a dream. It's just got gobs of torque. And then, just look at it. Everywhere I go, somebody wants to talk about this bike. It's a real attention getter. It's a really great alternative to the ubiquitous Harley Davidson. We've got thousands of Harley Davidson motorcycles around here. They all look the same. They all sound the same. They sound good. Harley makes a very high quality product these days. But this is a very high quality product as well. So, if you're thinking about a BMW R18 Classic, or you have a BMW R18, the touring bikes, they've solved these problems. The big Grand America or whatever that's the K bike. But anyway, there's a touring version of the R18. It has these wind deflectors, and I imagine they solved all the buffeting problems on that bike. But if you've got the Classic or the original, these were the magic bullet right here. These wind deflectors up high transform the bike, and once this bike is comfortable and fits you, it is a monster bike. It is so well made, it sounds so good, and it draws attention like nothing else if that's what you're looking for. I mean, at stoplights, people are shouting me out of their car windows, "Hey, what's that bike?" or giving me thumbs up, and I care about that, but I don't care about that, if you know what I mean. I mean, I'm out there to ride, not to impress, but it feels good to be on something so unique, so different from everybody else's Harley Davidson. You get the BMW quality, and these things are very well priced. I think because of the buffeting and the fit problems, a lot of people just bought the bike and didn't like it and traded it in and didn't put the time into making it work for them. So I love the bike. I can't sell it. It's too unique. It's just cool, man. It's just a great bike. So anyway, for you R18 folks out there, or considering being R18 folks, you can make this bike work. And I hope this was helpful, and bye for now.